It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. So last night I worked a casino party at Bimbo's 365 Club in San Francisco. I'd never been to Bimbo's before. Despite my many years of frequenting live music, I never made it to Bimbo's. I always thought it was too far from public transit and there's no parking there. Well, you could always take the 30 Stockton, but the 30 Stockton sucks. Well, it turns out that it's only a 23-minute walk from the Montgomery BART station, so I could have taken BART all this time and gone to shows at Bimbo's, but I didn't know any better. So now I know. Maybe I'll go to Bimbo's in the future. I missed out on Tanya Donnelly because I didn't want to go to Bimbo's, and whose fault is that? That's my fault. It was my second night ever dealing craps, and it was a pretty busy game. The only way it could have been busier is if people were also betting the come. They were just placing numbers and doing the pass line, occasional field. So it was hard. It wasn't as hard as it could have been, but I think that I did all right. You know, I did some silly things in terms of you can make the job easier for yourself as a craps dealer. Like if someone throws out a quarter and they want to buy, and they want to place the 6 or the 8, you can make it a $24 6 or a $24 8, and then throw them the penny back. Or you can ask for another nickel and pick up a $30 6 and a $30 8. It pays easier and it looks better. And if dice go flying and knock the chips over, it's easier to fix because you don't have a stack that tall. So I didn't think about that. But for all intents and purposes, a pretty good evening. I need to practice the hands more. I need to practice when people go up a unit, how to do that with the chips so it's really smooth. I didn't do that. But, you know, just practice. Practice makes you better. That's how that works. But overall, good time was had by all. That was probably the big thing about the night. I mean, it was a nice night in San Francisco, you know. No rain or anything, no fog. It was, I'm sure it got foggy after I left because it was overcast here this morning. But, you know, had a good time. Got there just as the BART train left, so I had to wait 15 minutes for the next train, but it's okay. It's alright. And then I got into Millbrae, and then I drove home, and drove with all the drunks. Traffic was actually pretty light. I think that people had not left the bars yet, and I think traffic would get worse as the night went on. And, of course, the most important part of the trip is getting on to 87, and I didn't have to slow down, and I appreciated that. But it was really loud. Both craps tables were near the stage left, stage right, which means we were also by the speakers, so no one could hear us. And as stickman, I had to yell everything out, and people couldn't hear me, and that's why my voice is not all the way there. And today at ksu.org, which you won't hear about till tomorrow, because I'm not going to have time to upload the episode today anyway. Sucks. Corner Laughers, my special guest. Should have talked about it on Friday. That way you'd know. But I have to do my radio show and interview them, and how am I going to do that when I can't talk? Well, actually, the voice is better for radio, so my voice is good for that. But if I talk too much, I'm not going to be able to talk at all tomorrow, so I got to be careful. So, I really shouldn't talk about too much else because I should preserve the golden pipes. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.